Thank you. And thank you, Chair, for calling me Tom, not Tomb. This is my curse. Dear colleagues, Commissioner, our Union is facing an incredible amount of challenges at this moment. Economic, energy-related, climate-related, geopolitical. It all can feel overwhelming, and it is easy to lose focus. Even for us, representatives elected by Europeans, to spend all of our time understanding and tackling these challenges. It can be all too easy to lose focus and put all of our attention on a few key issues. But we cannot afford to lose sight of the bigger picture because all these challenges are interconnected. We can see that since the beginning of this mandate, the wind is not blowing into the sails of social policies. This is a grave mistake. We hear so many voices asking for simplification or deregulation at all costs. But for who will this economy deliver, if not for workers and our fellow Europeans? What is the point of cutting down of all our laws if it comes at the price of our prosperity? This sounds to me less like the well-thought of political strategy and more like taking on the fringe ideas we see on the other side of the Atlantic. I'm particularly disappointed to see that even the colleagues from EPP seem to be enchanted by these radical ideas. While many of them joined us in supporting the call for Just Transition Directive just 3 months ago, I'm hearing that simplification obsession is turning the whole group against this call for legislation that has to deliver for some of our most vulnerable regions. And that is the problem in this House. We have a tendency to set a big political ambition and work very hard to put it into place, and then we just move on to the next political ambition. But we need to follow our ambition in real life and to make sure that we're actually achieving what we set out to do. This is exactly what we did with Just Transition, where we promised that we will leave no one behind. Looking at the situation in past years, we have simply not done everything enough. Yet we are already moving to other political priorities. This is unsustainable because every time we set high political ambition, which we do not deliver, we are undermining our own credibility, and which is even worse, credibility of the European Union. That is why we need a binding framework with a mix of measures aimed at turning into reality our promise for a socially just transition for the regions, sectors and workers that are being affected and that will be affected in the world moving away from fossil fuels. We need to make sure that companies, together with employees, prepare for the changes ahead. We need to ensure that workers are ready for the jobs of tomorrow through the right to training, so that national authorities, companies and trade unions can organize a training system that can prepare workers to take on jobs in the clean or digital economy. And most importantly, we need to ensure that sufficient jobs are being created, because all the training in the world will not help if there isn't a business out there looking to hire. For this, we need countries to lay out national just transition plans and to focus on business support programs aimed at revitalizing the local economies and affected regions. So, colleagues, tomorrow we face a choice between making sure that we can still ask for reasonable legislation to serve the people affected by a changing economy, or putting our head in the sand for the pursuit of a radical idea of simplification, which in this particular case will serve nobody. I believe that Europeans count on our support. Thank you.